Hello, welcome to this webinar. My name is Marta Bertran and I will show you how to use the WEkEO DIAS platform in your prototype development. First, I will explain what you can do with WEkEO. We will see an example to describe the functionalities of WEkEO. Then, I will explain how to register and access data. I will also introduce you on the possibilities to compute and transform data. Finally, I will explain how you can contact us through the user support. Let's see how to get started with WEkEO. A DIAS is a data and information access service. In a DIAS, users can access Copernicus data for free and request processing resources to work with this data on the cloud. There are 5 DIAS platforms and the focus in this webinar is on WEkEO. WEkEO makes Copernicus data available for reanalysis, real-time analysis, and forecast. Data from ocean, atmosphere, land, among others, are available. Some of these data come from satellites such as Sentinel-1. WEkEO is a DIAS that is being developed by 3 partners. 1. EUMETSAT, the European Organization for the Exploitation of Meteorological Satellites. 2. ECMWF, the European Centre for Medium-Range Weather Forecast. And 3. Mercator Ocean, which is a private non-profit company that describes, analyzes, and forecasts the state of the ocean. WEkEO's offer is threefold. First, it is a single access point to open and free Copernicus data. Second, there are cloud-based processing resources and related tools. The third one is the user support that is based on the expertise from the 3 institutions that are developing WEkEO. With WEkEO, you can search, download, or compute data. And you can also promote your business. The only paying services on the WEkEO platform are the processing resources on the cloud. Let's learn WEkEO by means of a use case for a scuba diving company in the south of France. Let's imagine the scuba diving company wants to know which beach is the most convenient for their scuba diving class. In fact, the scuba diving company would like to minimize the dropout ratio of the beginner's class. Cold water can be a reason to drop out for beginners. Therefore, the scuba diving company would like to know which is the warmest beach along the Mediterranean coast of France. We can use WEkEO to search for the appropriate data and compute the summer sea water temperature for a 3-year average along the coast of the south of France. To get started with WEkEO, you need to register. Registration at WEkEO is free. There are 2 types of registration: the essential registration for the data access and the advanced registration to access the cloud processing resources. At the right part on top of the WEkEO page, you can click on Register. You will have to fill in a form with the following mandatory data: email address, username, password. In the subscription plan section, you can select between essential, free, or advanced, pay. Once you have registered as an essential user of WEkEO, the next steps are to search and download data. Let's see first how to search for data. As we have seen previously, data search on WEkEO is free. The WEkEO data viewer displays a map at the background. In order to search the data, click the button Add Layer. On the left, you can type the data of interest in the free text search box, or you can use filters for an extended search. The results appear on the right. For the scuba diving class use case, we have found the dataset Mediterranean Sea, high resolution L4 sea surface temperature, reprocessed. For each dataset, you can find a description, an identifier called dataset ID, and information about the time and space covered. Click the button Add to Map in order to access the data. A list of variables appears. We have clicked the Add to Map button to display them on the map of the viewer. Now, we are going to look at the steps needed to download data. As mentioned before, downloading Copernicus data from WEkEO is free. In one of the selected variables, click the button to select the parameters of your interest. In this example, we have selected the parameters from the sea surface temperature. The map in the background of the screen can be used to select the geographical area. Our area of interest for the scuba diving use case is the Mediterranean coast of France. Regarding the temporal parameters, we have selected 3 years of data, from 2016 until 2018. Click the button Request Data on the Layers tab. Then, go to the Jobs layer and select the button Order. This will allow you to download your files locally, in your computer. For this dataset, the downloaded data is in an .ncdf file, that is a .nc extension. You might need additional GIS software to visualize it. In the screenshot, there is an example of the sea surface temperature for the selected area. Instead of Request Data, you can click on Show API Request. This will allow you to get the code that can be used in Jupyter Hub or in your virtual machines. The advantage of this functionality is that you do not need to download the data in your local computer. Now, for the scuba diving company of the example, it is necessary to know the tools to work with the data. Computation and transformation of data at WEkEO can be done on our cloud infrastructure. One option is to process the data on Jupyter Lab, that is offered for free in WEkEO Essential accounts. There is a Python Jupyter notebook with a step-by-step example. There are also virtual machines, VMs, available for computing and transforming the data, which are part of the paying services. There are several pricing options, depending on the configuration you may need for your virtual machines. Configurations are different depending on the RAM, storage, and the number of CPUs needed. For some of them, there is also a trial period, available at no cost. The WEkEO virtual machines can be accessed through a dashboard or by SSH access. In this example, we can see that there are 2 virtual machines in this dashboard. VM Test 1 with an operating system, Ubuntu, and VM Test 2 with another different operating system, CentOS. Let's take a closer look at the user support. You can interact with the service desk for free. You can ask about everything related to the platform, offers available, data access, virtual machines on the cloud. Once the user support team receives a message from a WEkEO user, this request can be forwarded to WEkEO's expert working at INMETSAT, ECNWF, or Mercator Ocean. There are 2 ways available for you to contact WEkEO support. The first is to send a message through the web form, and the other one is by sending an email to support@wekeo.eu. We hope we have convinced you to join us. You can find us on the web portal wekeo.eu, the WEkEO Twitter account, and for any questions, do not hesitate to contact the service desk at support@wekeo.eu. Thank you for your attention.